All right, let's write a problem solution or cause solution essay. This one is from IELTS Academic 13. As usual, we need to understand the statement and the instruction. In spite of the advances made in agriculture, many people around the world still go hungry. The instruction is two parts. Why is this the case? It means why many people go hungry despite the advances made in agriculture, and what can be done about this problem. So the word agriculture, advances made in agriculture, actually makes this question very specific. So it's not about other reasons why people go hungry. This is more specifically about despite the advances made in agriculture. So we need to focus on that, and this helps us not to deviate from the topic. So it's very important here to write causes and solutions about this specific keyword, and whatever cause or problem you mention, your solutions should be linked to those problems. Otherwise, you will receive this comment: the answer to the first or second question lacks focus. It's time to answer the question. So for causes, the first cause I think is not sharing food equally. There is progress in agriculture and we have more food today, but we don't have good systems to share that food. So not sharing food equally is one cause. And the second one, focusing on crops that make more money, like coffee and other crops that are more profitable. Now, solutions should be linked to those causes. For the first cause, not sharing food equally, the solution might be using systems to distribute food fairly. And for focusing on crops that make more money, the solution would be growing crops that can help with hunger problems. Now it's time to write. The first thing to write, as usual, is the paraphrase. This is my paraphrase. Despite the advancements achieved in agriculture, hunger continues to afflict numerous people worldwide. Advancements, progress, or improvement in something. Afflict, to cause suffering or pain. Numerous, many, or a large number. Now, in order to complete my intro, I will add a sentence like this. Various factors contribute to this persisting issue, but potential solutions can be proposed to address it effectively. Various different kinds or types contribute to help add to a particular situation. Persisting, continuing, or lasting over a long time. Potential, the possibility for something to happen or be developed. Propose, to suggest. And to address, to deal with a problem. I could add a sentence like this essay will do this and do that, but I prefer a sentence like this for cause and solution or problem solution essays. So in my first body paragraph, I will cover the causes, and in the second one, I will cover the solutions, and in my conclusion, I will summarize all the main points. So the first cause, I said not sharing food equally. One primary reason for food scarcity lies in the unequal distribution of food resources. Scarcity, a shortage or lack of something. Lie in, caused by. Distribution, the way something is shared. Now I need to explain what I mean by that. Some areas, particularly in the West, are experiencing overproduction and food wastage, while people in many impoverished regions in Africa and Asia struggle with food shortages because of discrepancies in distribution and limited access to resources. Overproduction, making too much of something. Impoverished, extremely poor, struggle with, to have difficulty. Discrepancy, a difference between two or more things. Now, the second one, I said focusing on crops that make more money. Additionally, technological progress in agriculture often caters more to commercial crops grown for profit. Cater to satisfy a need. Commercial crops are crops grown for sale and profit. Some explanation and examples will complete my paragraph, such as coffee or avocado, rather than essential foods like rice and wheat, which are the dietary mainstays of many communities, leaving countless individuals in need of basic nourishment. Mainstay, the most important part of something. Nourishment, food that you need to grow and be healthy. Now, the second paragraph, solutions. The first solution, using systems to distribute food fairly. However, I start with however because I want to mention the solutions. However, developing more efficient and equitable distribution systems can alleviate food scarcity resulting from imbalanced resource allocation. Efficient, done with the least waste. Alleviate, to make something less severe. Imbalanced, unequal. Allocation, the process of distributing something. Now I need to explain what I mean by that. These systems should aim to transport surplus food from the areas of overproduction to regions with shortages, ensuring that resources are fairly distributed globally. Surplus, more than needed or used. Now, the second one, growing crops that can help with hunger problems. Furthermore, focusing on crop diversification can help address hunger problems associated with the concentration on commercial crops. Diversification, adding variety to something. Now I need to explain what I mean by that. Governments and international organizations can promote the cultivation of necessary staples to enhance food availability and contribute to dietary diversity, essential for addressing nutritional deficiencies. Promote, to encourage or support. Staples, a basic or essential food. Deficiency, a lack of something. Educational programs and subsidies can also encourage farmers to diversify their crops. Subsidy, money given by the government to support a specific activity or group, and diversify, to make something more varied. Now it's time to conclude. I'll start with in conclusion. I will summarize the causes and then the solutions. In conclusion, despite the remarkable progress in agriculture, hunger remains a global issue, mainly due to unequal food distribution and the preference for commercial crops over essential staples. Remarkable, impressive, due to, because of, as a result of, preference, a choice or liking for one thing over another. So these are the causes, and now the solutions. However, solutions like improving distribution systems, promoting crop diversification, and implementing educational programs and subsidies can help tackle these problems. To implement, to put a plan or idea into action, and tackle, to work on solving a problem or challenge. I wrote 265 words for this essay, and I organized it in 4 paragraphs. In my introduction, I simply paraphrased and wrote an outline. In my first body paragraph, I covered the causes. In the second one, I covered the solutions. And in my conclusion, I summarized all the main points. In this slide, you can find some of the points that gave cohesion to my writing. You could pause, take a screenshot, and have a read. And in the next 4 slides, you'll find some of the words and phrases from my essay that you could also use in yours. All right, hope you found it useful. Have a nice day.